What's good, y'all? Sergio's collection here. This will be a pretty short video, but all right, it's time. Hands down, Diamond and Pearl was probably my second favorite game of all time, behind Pokemon Silver. Yep, I said it. Pokemon Silver was my favorite, not any of the first generation games. But back to Gen 4. I never collected the cards growing up, as I stopped actually collecting cards through Gen 3, and honestly, growing up, you know, if for my parents, we didn't have much. We're immigrants who came from another country. We didn't have much growing up, and so to purchase packs was not something we could take lightly, and so really didn't get many packs from Gen 3. You know, for birthdays and for grades and things like that, I get rewards and Christmas, but it wasn't just like, hey, let's go to the LGS and pick up a pack. So we didn't have it like that, but made do with what we had. Was able to get all the games. So did, however, put a lot of hours into the Gen 4 games, specifically Diamond. Yeah, so I dare anybody to come at me and see me and Garchomp, because we did our thing back then. But yeah, anyways, jumping back to when I joined the hobby, joined back into the hobby, I set my sights on completing a pretty big goal. So my goal is to complete the first Gen 4, which, as you know, consists of Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Call of Legends. Completing all the ultra rares, which are Lv.X's, Primes, Legends, Shinies, secret rare reprints, and completing all the Holo rares and the reverse Holo rares in complete sets of PSA 10. So my initial goal is to complete them in near mint condition, and I'm chunking them out to where I'm working on the ultra rares and secret rares, which I still have a lot of the other ones, but I'm not like trying to complete them today. Whereas like the ultra rares and secret rares, that's my first focus of completing. And so when I jumped back in, I looked around to see if there were any passionate Gen 4 collectors who could help me along the way and help me with my goals. You know, I found a few on Instagram. You know, there are a few that are very, you know, they post daily, they talk about the cards, they love Gen 4, but outside of that, saw very little excitement around the Gen 4. And also, you know, initially, before kind of the craze, and even during the craze, there was a lot of YouTubers dismissing its collectability, you know, saying, oh, you know, it's not gold stars, it's not this or not that. But you know, if you love Gen 4, you love Gen 4, right? So, you know, honestly, I almost didn't start this one. Took a little while to get going because of what I heard, but trusted my gut. So here we are. So yeah, this video wasn't to really show off the entire collection. I'll do that as I complete subsections of each set. So, you know, once I have ultra rares and secret rares of Diamond and Pearl complete, I'll do a video showing the complete collection of that, as well as once this gets graded, then move on to the next one and the next one. So, you know, it'll probably be, you know, 40, 50 plus videos over the next few years as I complete everything in the different eras. Actually, hundreds if you think about it, because there's you know 16 you know sets, and you got ultra rare, secret rares for each of those sets, and you got graded for each of those sets, and then yeah, so it's gonna be a lot. But yeah, if you want to keep up with this in real time, I actually try to post daily on my Instagram. So it's literally just at sergios.collection. It's also my about section of the YouTube video, my YouTube channel. So yeah, like I said, I try to post daily every few days. I'm currently on grading counters. The goal really for me is to get all of them completed and then start posting on Instagram and then do the videos. So as you see, some of the favorite ones, in a lot more favorite, but I only had 6 or 5 stands. As you can see, the Leafeon and Glaceon Lv.X are straddling one stand. But yeah, Leafeon, Lv.X, and Glaceon, I have no idea what's going on with that booster box. It's insane price right now. I'm not sure if that will hold, but yeah, so 2 of my favorite cards. Obviously, a lot of people are loving that, but there's also a lot of hype with, you know, EV heroes and everything, so I'm sure that has to do with some of that. The Gengar Prime. A lot of people don't, for some reason, I've heard a lot of people don't like primes. I actually love them. They kind of look like, you know, Pokemon portraits or something, right? You know, you're getting ready for picture day, so that's kind of how I see primes up close and personal. Lv.X, Snorlax, can't beat that card. Looks like he's reaching out to grab some food from somebody. Rayquaza Lv.X, huge card. And obviously Charizard, Stormfront reprint. Actually, I have a second one on the way that I just picked up. It's a lot better condition. This is probably like a 7 or 8. Picked this up. It was a steal with the collection that I got. And then I also have Charizard Lv.X from Supreme Victors, but that's actually, I sent that off to grading way back when. I'm still waiting for it back. Yeah, so, but let me give you some of the numbers on how I'm doing on the actual collection goal. Came a long way. Yeah, this has been a fun goal to complete. So, all right, so some of the statistics. So the secret rares and ultra rares, I lumped that together. So like I said, Lv.X, primes, legends, and then you also have the secret reprints, and then also the Call of Legend Shinies. Those are what I consider in the secret rare. So there's 156 total of those that exist across the 16 sets. So I uniquely own 126 of them. So I completed 80.77% of that goal, and I have 30 of them remaining. Diamond and Pearl, I'm missing 7 of them. Platinum, I'm missing 5. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, missing 12, and then Call of Legend. I'm actually, I just picked up a collection that I'll talk about in a later video. But yeah, I'm missing 6 of them, but I'll be oversupplied once that comes back. So I'm 80% of my goal on the secret rare, ultra rare, complete raw, near mint to mint. Moving on to holo rares, I have the goal of there's 233 holo rares across 16 sets. I've completed 172 of them, so I'm about 74% complete. I have about 61 of them remaining. And so this is not a priority for this year. I've got to 70-something%, so I'm kind of really honed in on finishing the secret and ultra rares, but that'll be the next fast follow. Prices are pretty good now where I can pick up a lot for cheap, but it's really hard to find kind of minty, near mint, as you all know. A lot of the cards from this era are, they chip easily, or they're just off center. There's little cuts in the, they're like oval shaped cards instead of the normal kind of cards. And then also just a lot of people played with them growing up, especially the Lv.X's and the primes. And so the silvering, there's a lot of scratches, there's a lot of bends and things like that. And even the holos are pretty tough. And so, buying them online like Troll and Toad or other stores is definitely not the way. And so, I really go for collections to try to find collections and find, minty and near mint copies of these cards, because they're very hard to find. And as you can see with the pop reports, it's like most of these sets have anywhere from 15 to 18% PSA 10s, and ratio, PSA 10s, while they have like 50 to 60% PSA 9. So this set will be pretty hard to get in PSA 10, but that's a problem I'll solve once we get there. And then in reverse holo rares, there's 582 cards across all 16 sets. So Diamond and Pearl, as other eras had, every single card was reprinted in reverse holos with maybe a few exceptions. But so the rares, the commons, the uncommons, the energies, the trainers, they're all reprinted in reverse holos. And so these sets, even though some of these sets are 110 cards, they're actually 120 cards. And so you can see in the pop report, a lot of these cards have zeros. And so a lot of the reverse holos, they're impossible for me to go buy in PSA 10. So I have to get them myself and grade them. And this is also a hard one. A lot of these cards have a lot of scratches. Most of these sets have 20 to 40 of these reverse holo rares. So this goal will probably take me a little while, but I've actually made a lot of headway. So there's 582 cards. I've collected uniquely 393 of them. So I'm about 67.5% complete. I have about 189 cards left to go. But as I said, with holo rares, this one I'm less worried about in terms of when I should collect them. I will say they are pretty hard to find, especially when you think about a booster box of 36 packs, a set that has 120 cards in there, plus another 120 reverse holos. And so there's 240 total cards in a set. And so when you think about the pull rates and the ability to get every single reverse holo, it's so much less than, a base set or a fossil or a jungle getting, 64, 62 cards, right? And so that's the challenge. It's a lot of these cards, they don't have many that are pulled. I'm sure there's still a lot, but then you got to think about conditions and scratches. I've probably purchased over the last year, a couple of years, 2,000 plus reverse holo rares from this era, and I'd probably say 50% of those I had to take out of the grading pile, and they're not in this number because a lot of scratches. And if there weren't scratches, they're like defects in the card, and it's just not, it's not black and white in terms of like the terrible print runs in terms of that, but it's, it's not like perfect, pristine quality cards out of packs. And so, yeah, so I'm 67.5% complete with that. And then a special goal that I'm not really too busy tracking, but it's just something, all the Diamond and Pearl era promos. I don't think I'll ever make this a goal, but as I pick up a lot of collections, I have a lot of I have a lot of promos in there that I just take with the collection. And so, yeah, so there's 216 total cards in that. I've actually picked up 79 of them unique. I still have 137. Like I said, I probably won't complete that. And then, there are other future goals that I may complete, like all the non-holo rares. There's 349 of them. Reverse holo, uncommon, common, and uncommon. I have a bunch, but I don't think I want that goal because that's, when you think about it, that's like 80 cards per set, over 16 sets. That's over 1,000 cards just in that. And that's a pain, and then grading them. And so that's probably never going to be a goal, but who knows? We'll see. So total, I have, so the total goal out of the ultra rare, secret rares, holo rares, and reverse holo rares, there's 971 total cards owned. Total cards in the sets across those different types. I own 691 of them in their mint to mint condition. So I'm about 70% complete. So I felt like that's a good goal. My goal for 2021 was 65% at the end of the year, and I'm already hitting it in May, or now this video's in June. And I actually have a big collection that'll probably get me to 75%. So I have about 280 unique cards. And so over the next few years, my goal is, by, 2025, I'm putting a kind of a date on it. I want to have a complete PSA 10 Gen 4 set across secret rares, ultra rares, holo rares, and reverse holo rares. So speaking into existence, putting it out there in the world. So if you have those cards and you're looking to part with them and trade, I am all game. So, yep, that's it. Appreciate you tuning in. I know I said it was a short video. I apologize. Talked for a little bit longer than I expected, but yeah. Thanks again, y'all. Peace.